Andreas. Salinas wants to know.
What can I do if the woman I love is moving to another state?
Oh, man, that's just such a bummer.
If you love her that much, then move with her.
If you really love her, you will follow her so that you can be together.
If the other state is nearby, then you can travel to see her.
Maybe video chat. The world is just filled with a lot of communication right now. Texting, calling, Skype.
That's hard. I did long distance for a little bit. If there's hope, I would say stay with it, because if you find that certain girl, you don't want to let her go.
You could try a long-distance relationship, but let me tell you from experience, that doesn't work so great. So maybe you better give the girl a goodbye kiss, and that's what you got.
You will be separated for most of the time, and so if you're people who can't make it work face-to-face, I'm gonna try to say you have to learn to move on.
If you love her, you have to let her go.
Let her go. Like, there's always that saying where it's like, if you really love each other, like, it'll end up reconnecting. Let her live her life. Don't follow her. That's not okay.
Well, I hate to say this, but you may need a breakup.
Let's find another girlfriend in your neighborhood.
If I was you, I would kind of have to, I guess, move on, just because she could be having another man in the other state. You never know.
Move on. That's a tough one. I was in the opposite situation where I was, I thought I was in love with someone and moved from Oregon back to California. She ended up dating one of my best friends afterwards. So you could do that and date one of her best friends. Yeah, date one of her best friends, because that's what happened to me.
August Simmer 4 says,
How do I eat Cheetos without licking my fingers?
Wash them before you lick your fingers.
Have a napkin or a wet wipe next to you.
Lots of napkins. Maybe wet napkins to get it off.
Wear a glove and you can eat the Cheetos?
The easiest thing to do is find somebody else to lick them for you.
You're not eating Cheetos right if you're not licking your fingers after.
It's physically impossible. You just need to lick your fingers.
You can't. That salty finger is so delicious after you finish the Cheetos.
lick your fingers, man. Don't let anyone bring you down. Why would you be eating Cheetos if you're not going to lick your fingers? Isn't that part of the whole process?
People say you look like an animal when you're like sitting there licking it off, but what are you supposed to do with all that cheese? Like, you can't let it go to waste, so keep going.
Jason Camarillo asks,
any survival tips for being the middle child?
Go up to your parents like at least once a week and just be like, hey, I exist.
Just hang in there, because you may end up being the one who really succeeds in your family.
I think finding your own thing and focusing on that would be the best.
Since you have an older brother or sister, probably, be nice to them.
Be nice to your older siblings. Be very nice.
Try to make it as best you can. Your older sibling will eventually move out, and so you will be the oldest for a moment in time.
Don't get so sad because everybody says that like the oldest and the youngest child gets like the favorite. For an Oreo, do you like the cream or do you like the cookie? You like the cream. So that's good for being a middle child.
I was a middle child. You're always the bad one. You're always the one that doesn't do anything right. Have confidence in yourself that no matter what they say, that first child isn't perfect no matter what, and neither is the baby.
You're the lucky one who flies under the radar. Like, the older one is already taking care of business and is broken in your parents. The younger one's the baby, and everyone's gonna be focused on the baby. You, my friend, get to do a lot of cool things that people are like, whatever, second time around. So I would just say take advantage of that.
Scott Davis asks,
why is a building called a building when it's already built?
I don't know.
That's a very good question. That could be like a world wonder.
It's a great question. Like, why do we park in a driveway and drive on a parkway?
English language is already pretty messed up, so I feel like just accept it and move on.
I really don't know. I didn't devise the English language, and a lot of things in English don't make too much sense.
Ask your English teacher.
Well, the verb to build, the noun building, and I think it's just all that it's in a relationship.
I guess that's just what the name was called for it. A construction worker said, when are we gonna build this building, or Miss said something, and then the manager caught on and started calling it a building.
Onyx and Sunstone asked,
what do I do if I forget my homework?
I'm a teacher. You're asking the wrong man that question.
I don't know. Your dog ate your homework. Go with that.
Say, I forgot my homework. I'll bring it the next day. And that should do it.
Bring it the next day if you couldn't do it. with like a parent's signature.
Ask for like maybe a half credit, because overall that was your fault.
The first time you could probably speak to the teacher and say, I'm sorry, I forgot my homework. But if it happens again, you're out of luck.
Honesty is the best policy. You got to go in, you got to talk to your teacher, and you got to say, I'm sorry, I forgot it. And maybe you take a lower grade or something.
Beg the teacher for an extension and let the teacher know that you promised to do the homework and that you will have it to her or him at X time.
I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm real good at lying. So if you make it up sounding like you were busy, sometimes teachers will like let it go.
I doubt this will work, but if you're really desperate, I mean, you could try making up an elaborate excuse. The aliens abducted me this morning, and they took my homework with them.
Thanks for watching another episode of Advice.
Subscribe. New shows every week.
We love answering your guys' questions, so keep them coming.
Bye.
I'll see you guys later. I'm building a building. Oh my God.